Hey guys, I hope you're excited. Your package has come in now. So what I want you to do is to get that package out, and I'm going to walk you through the steps of what to do and how to break it apart. I know it might seem a little overwhelming at first. It came with a lot of items, so I want to explain each piece to you. Okay, first, let's go over what's really important that I want you to always keep on hand or out easy to grab. The very first thing that I want you to find in your package is this awesome book, the 21 Day Fix. It says at the bottom, the eating plan. This book is going to be your go-to for everything. So always keep it out on hand, always know where it's at. That's one thing I want you to take out, put aside as super important. The next is another little pamphlet. It says start here. Awesome Autumn is on the front of it. Grab that inside. I'll explain what's important inside, but this is another go-to. Put that aside as well with your book, the eating plan and the Start Here guide. And then another awesome resource that's in there that I want you to put aside is a big pamphlet. You open it up and it looks like a calendar. It's front and back. Grab that as well and put that aside. Now, I want you to, of course, go through everything that came in that package, but some of the other papers and such that came with it, read through it, but you can kind of tuck that away for a little bit. The most important papers I want out are these three. These are going to be your go-tos. So first, I want you guys to grab that and put that aside for now. Also, you're going to have all your awesome containers. I keep them stacked. Your great containers and your Shakeology cup. These, of course, you're going to keep out on your counter. You're going to use very often, but you can go ahead and just put that aside for now. All right, what I want to do is I want to break apart what is in front of you and explain a little bit. First and foremost, let's go back to this eating plan guide because, like I said, this is going to be very vital. Go through, read the whole book. Read everything. It is very informative. There's so much awesome stuff in there. There's recipes in the back. All the foods you're going to need, everything is in here. So first, actually go through and read it, but then I'm going to tell you some pages that I want you to tap that are really important. First, when you get started, you're going to need to figure out your calorie intake. I want you to go to page 4. This is where we're going to get started. After you read through the whole book, of course. This is where you really get started. You need to plug in this formula, figure out with your weight, and we're going to figure out which category you're in. So you're going to just follow these simple steps, ABC, super easy. I actually wrote my number in there just so I could remember it. You can write it aside. It's totally up to you. That's on page 4. After you figure that out on page 4, I want you to turn to page 19. And see, I tabbed everything. So that just helps me because I'm always flipping through it. Go to page 19. Based on the number that you got from page 4, it's going to tell you which group you're in. You find your calorie intake group. It's in a range. You just find your number. And then I don't know if you can see, I actually circled mine just so I can keep referring back to it easily. This tells you how many containers a day that you need to be eating. So mine, I have to have 3 green containers a day, 4 red. It tells you everything right there. So have that out and easy to grab. We're going to use that to actually make your meal plan. This is how you will make your meal plan and you'll keep referring back to it. Okay. Then another thing, go to page 23. This is what starts where you can actually see all the foods from each category. After you figure out which category you're going to be in, I want you to go through these lists and really read everything. So here's the list of the green containers, which are your vegetables. See, again, I have to open back up because I don't have it memorized. I have to have 3 green, 3 vegetables a day. Now, again, this is throughout the whole day. This isn't in one meal. It's throughout the whole day. So what I did was when I first got this, read the whole book entirely. I went through and just kind of wrote on the side the kind of vegetables that I know I would want daily. Now, I'm super simple and super plain, and I kind of repeat the same foods. So even though I might like 10 of these on the list, for my first week, picked 4 of the vegetables I liked, and I kind of ate them every single day just until I got my bearings and understood. Now, quite a few weeks in, I spice it up a little bit and get different vegetables. But I would recommend at least pick 4 or 5 that you really like, and we're going to use those in your meal plan. But go through, read, decide, here's your purple. These are your fruits. Pick the fruits that you like. Really, it's a lot. It's a whole lot to choose from. You're really not limited to much. And then here's all your reds. It's a ton. Here are your yellows. These are your carbs. The reds are your protein. All your meats, your proteins. And then here's your carbs, my favorite. And then the blues. Go through, just read all of this so you know. And then your oranges. The last one that you're going to have to figure out is the teaspoon. It's kind of hard to, you can see it here, but it's like your peanut butters, your nut butters. And then another one I want you to look at after you figure out all the foods that you like is on page 38. There are beverages. Now, if you're a coffee drinker like I am, sweet tea drinker, everything that you're allowed to still have is on these pages. Now, here's the great thing about the 21-Day Fix. It's realistic, clean eating, but it's normal food. It's not, you don't have to go buy anything crazy or something that you wouldn't normally buy. I mean, even with milk, you can have not fat milk if you want, 1% milk. It tells you exactly how many ounces of all the different kinds of milks. You're not drinking anything random that you've never heard of before. It's still realistic foods. So go through all this, figure out what you like, figure out what you know you're going to use, and then just pick a couple things that you're going to keep for the first week. Unless, of course, you love variety and you think you can juggle it all, go for it. But I just recommend in your first week, let's take it slow, pick a couple of the same foods, and we're going to kind of just repeat it throughout the week. Okay. Of course, go through this. I'm not going through it all. In the very back, there's tons of recipes. Awesome recipes. There's Shakeology recipes. Look, even desserts. They tell you awesome, delicious desserts that you can make, which is another thing I want to talk about. When you're making your meal plan, this does allow you to have some cheat meals here and there. It does let you indulge a little bit here and there. Again, it's all realistic. This is a lifestyle change. It's not just a crash diet. This is true lifestyle. So that's the best part I love about it. And back here, there's a lot more desserts that you could pick from. Also, what I want you to do after you've got through, you know, your foods that you're going to really like and go to a lot, I want you to look on Pinterest. Actually, in the search bar, put in 21-Day Fix dinners or 21-Day Fix meals, 21-Day Fix anything. So much pop up. I want you to go ahead and start pinning or saving, whatever you like to do, some different dinner options that you are going to be interested in. This is going to give you some variety and show you really can make so much with these recipes. It's awesome. All these foods, you're not just limited to a few foods. You really have so much. So go ahead and start looking on Pinterest. After you've studied this book, you've read it all, you know your list of what foods you want, you've looked on Pinterest and you have some ideas, we are going to make your meal plan. Now, I have emailed you a couple examples of meal plans. One meal plan I did in my first week, and this is what I recommend to you. Again, it's completely up to you. In your first week, I recommend you take things as simple as you can. Pick 4 vegetables, have the same vegetables every single day. So for example, my morning snack every single day, even till this day, I have 2 hard-boiled eggs and grapes every single day for my morning snack. That just keeps it simple for me, not only when making my meal plan, but just in life. I don't have time to always be changing up my snack or prepping a different snack. I know I'm going to have grapes. I'm going to have 2 hard-boiled eggs. There you go. There's my snack. But you decide. You pick what you want to do. My meal plan my first week, you'll see, was totally simple and repeated the same things. Same with my dinners my first week. I kept it simple, did 1 protein, like a baked chicken breast and broccoli. Another day, I did pork chops and green beans. I just kept it super simple. So you'll see that on my first meal plan I sent you. Now, I also have sent you a second version of a meal plan, and that's when I decided that, okay, I have my bearings. I understand these containers. I understand how many I'm supposed to have per day. So I went on Pinterest and I got some awesome recipes. That's what you see in the second meal plan for my dinners. I have a little bit more spice and variety, and they're really awesome meals. So use one of my meal plans to help you make yours. Go through and just switch out my foods. You'll still see, like my Monday, I'll have still 3 reds or 4 reds, whatever I have. See, again, I need to refer back to this. You'll see that I have it listed. So then just switch it out. If you're in my calorie group as well, just switch it out with your own. So that kind of shows you where you're going to put your proteins in your day. Try to eat, when you're making your meal plan, just in your mind, try to know that you're going to eat about every 2.5 to 3 hours. Now, if you're not precise and exactly on that, that's okay, but just know that that's how often we should be eating to get our metabolism going. Also, I want, again, all of this information is in here, but I'm just going to tell you also, you should be drinking half of your weight in ounces of water. So if you're 100 pounds, you need to drink 50 ounces of water at least every single day. All that's in there, but just mentally prepare yourself for when you're making your meal plan, and especially if you have a busy life and you have to plan for the day, just make sure you're planning, you're ready, and you know what to expect with that. Okay, so I've told you what I want you guys to tab. I have a few extra tabs in here, like where the Shakeology shakes are and such. You tab what you want, but I told you the super important things that you're really going to have to keep going back to. Another thing I really want you to focus on in this start here paper inside, for one, you're going to see where you are going to keep track of your measurements. You're going to have your before and after. You don't have to write it on this paper, but they give it to you. So I just wrote it on here. You can put it on a sticky note. You can put it anywhere else. But you're going to use this. It tells you, shows you exactly where you're going to measure. That is going to be on Sunday, which we will post in our Facebook group about to remind you guys as well to measure today. But the most important is inside. You can see it says the calendar. This is your breakdown of what workout you should be doing on each day. Now, every Monday is the same workout, every Tuesday is the same, Wednesday is the same, and so on, but every day is different. So Monday is total body cardio, Tuesday is going to be upper fix, Wednesday is leg day. Yeah, leg day, and then it's Pilates. So it's different every day, but next week it's going to be the same routine. So you probably won't need this as much week 2, but in week 1, make sure you follow this. And the DVDs also, they go in order, but there are 2 DVDs, so make sure you put the first one in, not the second DVD first. And then the last resource that they gave you that I really like and keep on hand, this calendar, it's just a breakdown of all different kinds of recipes you can make for Shakeology. Again, I am plain Jane and simple. I do the same recipe every single day, but if you like variety and you want to spice it up, here's all the different recipes, so make sure you look at that as well, okay? All right, all your containers you guys should have, you're going to always keep on you. Now, one thing I want to tell you, and again, this is just my little tip. When I'm meal prepping, I don't prep for the whole week. Now, if you want to, absolutely go for it. I think that's just too much. I can't handle that much. I just do it for the night before. I do it for the next day. So I'll use these containers to measure the quantity, but then I'll put them in Ziploc bags or a different Tupperware container. So for instance, if you're going to work and you know that you need to pack all your fruits for the day, you know you're going to be at work from breakfast all the way until after your afternoon snack, then you're going to plan everything and bring everything with you, but obviously you can't fit everything in all these little containers. So just while you're at home, I do it the night before. Mornings are too crazy, so just the night before I'll look at my meal plan, which I keep saved on my phone, and I'll just put, okay, I know I'm having grapes. Like I said, I have grapes every day for a snack. I'll put all the grapes in here, and then I put them in a Ziploc bag, and then just bring the Ziploc bag with me. I'll put it all in a lunchbox, and then that just comes with me for the day. So don't think you have to eat out of these containers. You are more than welcome to if you want. If you're home and you want to put all your carrots in your green container and then maybe the dressings in your orange and dip from here into here, go for it. But don't feel like these containers have to stay by your side. You can put them into another Tupperware container or in a Ziploc bag and bring it with you. Okay. The next step after you have all this planned and ready, go shopping. Go grocery shopping. Now, just a simple way that I do it, I shop to what exactly I need. So again, this is just how I do it. You can do whatever works for you. You find your niche. I'm just letting you know some options so you know what to expect. I look at my meal plan. I go through one by one. I see, okay, I have 2 hard-boiled eggs that I'm going to eat every single day. So I write on my grocery list, hard-boiled eggs, grapes. And then I see what I'm having for lunch and I do the same thing, okay? So it really is a lot more simple than it may seem right now. I know right now it seems like so much with all of these pamphlets and papers and containers, but it really is a lot simpler. After your first week, you're going to really have the hang of this and you're going to understand and know exactly what to do when you make your meal plan for the following week. Okay, if you have any questions, if you need me to help you make your meal plan, absolutely, you let me know. I will sit on the phone with you and actually make it for you. I can send you more versions. You just let me know and I will help you with this. Any questions at all? All right, I'll talk to you guys soon. Good luck.